Do you know what imaginal cells are? Imaginal cells. So my friend and fellow scientist Phoebe Tickle, she taught me about these not that long ago. They are the cells in a caterpillar that all get activated and link up with one another when it's time for it to break down in its cocoon and metamorphose. When it's time for it to transition from a hungry, some might say greedy, chomping creature into something different. Now, if humanity and our organisations are this caterpillar, then it's perhaps time for us to be those cells. Now, I'm not talking about anarchy and collapse by any means. I'm talking about architectured, creative transformation of ourselves and our organisations into a greater form. I'm not talking about a total break from the past either. You might already know that when caterpillars become butterflies, they don't lose their memories, they retain them, and they remember things from their lives as caterpillars, but they do change what they're looking for and how they exist. Now, how do we trigger and guide this happening in a world much bigger and much more complex than a caterpillar? Knowledge and learning are how. Now, it's really easy to forget that the aim of learning isn't just about finding out answers. Often the most important aim is to figure out how to ask even better questions. Answers have blind spots, but questions span all possible answers. Now, you'll of course all have seen the news about wildfires and floods and heat waves and hurricanes this summer, worse than ever in recorded history. And the world is changing very quickly now. In the words of Mark Carney, back when he was governor of the Bank of England, companies that don't adapt to climate change will go bankrupt without question. A parallel can be drawn to people who do not upskill. We can either get left behind or we can become a part of the solution. In the words of Barack Obama, we are the first generation to feel the effect of climate change and the last generation who can do something about it. It's time for us to take to action now. Now, it can sometimes feel as though it's hard to make a difference in the world or even in our teams, but our seemingly small actions and communication of big ideas can add up to be immensely powerful. Now, if one single person thinks of an idea and they share it with just 3 people, and then the next day, and then they stop sharing it, and then the next day, those 3 people share it to 3 people each as well, and then they stop sharing it. And then the next day, those 9 people share it with 3 more people each, and so on. How long would it take for the whole world to know the idea? This is assuming that everyone always tells a new person. It'd be just 3 weeks. It's even faster if each person shares it more than 3 times. We have agency over our own future, and collectively we are stronger than any seemingly unchangeable inertia, especially if civilization depends on it. So, at AimHi, we are really looking forward to seeing you all soon. Our aim is to show you everything you need to know so that you can ask the right questions, as I said earlier, to get the answers that you need. We will not be showing you endless graphs and tables of data, nor boring you with information that you already know. We will just be telling you the core of what you need to know to be the best that you can be. So, looking forward to seeing you. We'll see you soon.